Greetings riders, Nick here with Pegasus Motorcycle Tours and Consulting, bringing you another interesting topic, what I believe to be a very important topic. Not a very sexy topic, and for that reason I have to distract you with this incredible beauty of this Balinese boutique hotel. Check out this room. So I find myself here with my wife for our anniversary. Look at this place. I'm distracting you on purpose with Bali because the topic that I have to cover today doesn't necessarily have to do with motorcycles, but it has everything to do with motorcycling. I think it's really, really important that we finally start having this conversation in the biker community. Madam, the reason for today's review is my wife. She's the one who introduced me to this topic, and she's also the one who pushed us to come here. Believe it or not, I actually needed convincing, but she's good at that, convincing me to come to these amazing places. Interestingly enough, Bali is best done by motorcycle. Scooter rentals are all over the place. Motorcycle rentals are less common. 125cc is the most typical. There's also Harley rentals. There's quite a bit of info and insider tips that you need to know before renting. It's kind of hectic here, but there's a separate video for that, so check that out. So what is this secretive topic that I'm so weird about? Well, it's protection, basically. I'm talking about protection of your skin. We invest thousands of dollars in exotic leathers of all kinds, yet we don't give it two thoughts about our own skin and how much our own skin suffers during motorcycle touring and just everyday regular biking. I realize it's not a very popular topic, and it's almost like a taboo to talk about skincare in male company, and I find that strange. I was the same for a long time, and I did a lot of my touring without ever putting any kind of SPF or skin protection on. I do remember touring in Portugal. I think it was August. The heat was just unbearable. It was about 109 degrees, and it felt so hot, as if somebody was blowing a hairdryer in my face, and I never put any kind of protection on my face for it, and I really sincerely regret it. I want to bring this topic to the fore in the motorcycling community, especially in the ADV community, because we spend months on the road. We're just getting blasted by the heat and the rays and the dirt and all of these elements that are really having a negative effect on our overall health. Your skin is your first barrier of protection, and in the biking community, foremost, it should be something that we're discussing more often. So I'd like to change that taboo, and I'd like to introduce you to some of the items that I use for skincare when I'm on the road, and just now I've actually started to use it every day. It's become a routine habit. The negative powers of the sun are so much stronger now than they were 30 years ago, for example. So if you're not protecting your skin, you're really detrimentally affecting the longevity of your motorcycling career, and that's a fact. If you want to be that guy that at 55 has to cower from the sun and wear a hat and wear insane amount of SPF where it makes you look like a ghost because you're all white and trying to avoid melanoma at all costs, well, by all means, don't pay attention to this topic. But if you actually want to ride for the rest of your life and enjoy it and not think twice and not look like an 80-year-old when you're 60, then let's have a freaking conversation about skincare, guys. This is something I recently discovered. A lot of it has to do with my wife as well, who is a professional makeup artist. She comes from a family of dermatologists. In fact, her aunt used to be the president of Mexico's Dermatology Association. She kind of follows all the latest developments and recommendations, so we're kind of lucky in that regard that we have professional counsel when we need it. Basically, the story goes like this. Every time you shop at Sephora, you get these points, and then you can collect up to 10,000 points. Instead of buying the little knickknacks that they sell at the counter, you can opt to have this interesting experience with a makeup artist or a skincare artist. It just so happens that that's how we met one of the leading natural skincare producers on the market today, the lovely Josie Maran. If that name rings a bell, well, Josie Maran used to be a supermodel. She was actually on a Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue, and I had the hugest crush when I was a teenager around that time. So it was just kind of weird that it was through my wife that I would actually meet my supermodel teenage crush. Well, it turns out that Josie Maran now, she's kind of trailblazing this natural skincare product movement. Now, full disclosure, most of the stuff that I use are her products. This review has nothing to do with Josie Maran or her skincare company. It's not endorsed in any way. She's not aware that I'm doing this, and I don't know how she would feel about it, but I'm just giving you my sincere opinion on the stuff that I would recommend for you to use. And in virtue of fairness, I will include a second part to this video that also includes other brands that are as well something that I've experienced with. I just happened to transfer to Josie Maran's products after trying them and really liking them. But there's other products out there, and I'm happy to include a second part to this series about skincare. So bear with me, here we go. These are the products that I use on my daily skincare routine. What we have then is the Labello for lips, SPF 15. This is the Josie Maran Whipped Argan Oil Face Butter. This is the Whipped Argan Oil for the body, basically a body cream. This is something I use all the time, Josie Maran Argan Daily Moisturizer SPF 47. So before I go step outside, I basically put that on my face. Josie Maran 100% Argan Oil, I put that on my face before I go to bed typically. There's also the Reserve type of that, which is kind of like a luxury version of this guy. A little more expensive, a little thicker, and I'll show you the difference. And then this is the brand new product I don't know much about, but it's a similar thing, 50% argan, 50% hemp seed oil. It's called Skin Dope. So now everybody's trying to explore the benefits of hemp and cannabinoid oils. So I guess that line has started to do that. I don't have too much experience with that, but I'll show you what these products are all about and how to use them. What is this?
Sunscreen.
Sunscreen for the body or for the face?
For the body, this one. I think this is a company from San Diego.
What is it called?
It's called Coola. Coola something.
Coola. Okay, that's what I'm going to use then. So basically, we'll start here. Something you put on every day before you step foot outside in the sun would be one of these guys. I really like it because it kind of disappears quickly. It's white, but unlike other white sunscreen products for the face, it doesn't stay on your face for too long where you look like a ghost, you know what I mean? Some products come tan with a little bit of tint, and that helps alleviate some of the whiteness that comes from products like these. This is stuff I put on before night. 100% pure argan oil. Argan comes straight from Morocco. It's very thick and oily. Obviously, it's a seed, grows on a tree, and it only grows there. It takes about 14 years to produce from seed to, or from tree to seed to oil. It's produced by women over there, kind of like a women's co-op, and helps them with employment and helps give them some form of self-sufficiency. So the company itself focuses heavily on ethical standards of production and supply, and that's also another reason why you would want to support it. This is Whipped Argan Oil Face Butter. Very hydrating. Does similar job to this. Is just this is a little more oily. Just put it on before bed. This is the body butter. I actually created this. It was one of the fun activities we had in their company, is to mix different, not flavors, but different oils and aromatics. And I think I have 5 different aromatics mixed here, and I named it the Tuscan Road Trip because when I was roaming through Tuscany in 2014 on my KLR, it was rainy the whole time, and rain chased me down the whole coast of Amalfi and all coast of Italy, and I kind of had to rush Sicily because I was picking up a passenger there. We were gonna roam through Sardinia and Corsica and whatnot, so I was kind of in a rush to get there, but Amalfi is a must. Please keep an eye out for other videos. I'm very recently decided to launch a series on my YouTube channel that I'm very excited about called Epic Rides, and this is going to be how to plan your next adventure on some of the most scenic and beautiful roads that I've ever ridden. It's going to be kind of like a tutorial to show you how to get yourself there, and the Amalfi Coast in Italy and Tuscany has to be one episode in that series, so keep an eye on that. So the next one on the line is the Reserve, and I just think the packaging is very beautiful. Kind of cool that they, give so much effort to that. So the Reserve is, I think, their top of the line product, and that's what it looks like. It's really a great gift as well for your lady or your man or anybody in your family. It's not specific to any particular sex. It's not too feminine or too masculine or anything, so it's just kind of nice. It just looks like a luxury product, and it's kind of neat because they give you the number of production in the back, And you can see the difference here. It's a lot richer and golden in color, and it's just super heavy, and it's got this almost like barrel aged smell to it, as opposed to the 100% pure basic dropper. You can see it's a little clearer, it's a little more liquid, so it's just kind of neat. I think it's something you have to try. And then the very newest product is this one, the Skin Dope. My wife has used this one more than I have. I just used it a few times actually, but I don't know much about it other than it's 50% argan oil and 50% hemp seed oil. Do what you got to do to protect yourself out there when you're on the road. That includes all kinds of protection and safety equipment. The best protection to this day seems to be leather. That's for the body, but for your skin, for your face, for your neck and your hand, then you have to really start developing a habit for skincare. And I hope this video has introduced the topic to you in a way where you're not going to be turned off by it. If it's a taboo, then let's kind of switch that around, and let's make sure we are doing what we need to make our riding careers as long and as fruitful as possible. For the time being, Nick from Bali, Indonesia. Nick and Jackie from Bali, Indonesia. I'm out. Thank you for watching. This has been another production by Pegasus. We hope that it has been informative and helpful. Please remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And also, please share with the riding community so that we can help this channel grow and help bring you more videos like this. Nick, I'm out.